Let's start with totem safety. Okay, totems, you gotta love them. Totems can be so fun. They can be so creative. They can be conversation starters. I don't know, they can help out a lot, okay? I will suggest though, when you're making your totems, to think about your materials and the experience you wanna have. And you wanna be conscious about the weight of your totem. The weight is important. You're gonna be lugging that around everywhere for like however many hours you're there. So just some quick items to think about before you go make your totem. Let's get into the safety aspect. First thing, kind of like creative part, and then also safety wise, it's very important. Oh, if you have flags as well, flags are super fun. But whatever you have, whatever sort of flag or totem that you have, I do suggest to have some sort of light source on it. So either whether it be like a rope light or fairy lights or the little like lights that are like shaped like mushrooms or like different types of creatures you can buy that plug in with a USB into a battery pack. Whatever it might be, I highly suggest having lights. Reason being that it's really hard to find a totem at nighttime. And if it's a battery pack, great, make sure it's charged. If it's batteries, like straight up like AA batteries, even great too, but make sure you take backup batteries. So number one, light source on your totem. Number two, totems are great for rave safety because they help you find your people. Honestly, if you're holding a totem, you're like top notch. Whoever holds a totem, like that's a responsibility. So I do suggest that the person that holds the totem, they're aware of their position in this group setting, right? Definitely recommend having a totem if you have like 4 or more people. Even if you have like a little flag for when you go to the bathrooms, and just bring it out whenever you feel inclined to use it. You can also just take it out only when needed, right? To have a group come to you. So for example, let's say you have a friend coming to meet you, right? Then you take out your pole and then you put it in the air. And then when they come to you, you put it back in your bag. Before I proceed, I do advise everyone to go on the website of the event that you're going to and look at their totem policies and regulations so that you are able to proceed with your items into the event. Specifically for EDC Las Vegas, I highly recommend, if you have a big group, I recommend that you have 2 totems that light up, because the group's gonna split, you know, like people want to do different things. It's totally fine. It's a choose your own adventure type of situation, right? But if you plan to meet back up, having 2 totems makes it so much easier to find each other. Someone's gonna have to take one for the team. You guys, someone's gonna have to take one for the team and carry the totem. I'm sorry, like, and make sure it has lights. It needs lights. It needs lights. There's so many times that I see totems that funny, hilarious, I love them, but they're not built to be seen at nighttime. And the moment the sun goes down, no one's gonna see it. And like you want to see it. You know, you want to see them. They're fun to look at. They're fun to see. They're fun to laugh. Oh, I love totems. I love totems. If you ever have a totem, you're literally the lifeline of the group. Let's say I have my group of like 5 people and I'm holding a totem, or like someone else is holding a totem. Before you leave, let the totem person know that you're leaving. If someone wants to leave, perfectly fine. Like, you can choose your own adventure. Leave if you want to. It's totally fine. Like, as long as you're safe, be cool. But let's say someone wants to go get a drink, and that's perfectly fine. Like, go get a drink. But let the totem holder know so we do not move without you. Okay? The last thing you want to do is have the group start moving following the totem, and the person that want to go get a drink isn't there, and like the totem person doesn't know. If the totem person knows, they will not leave you. Well, if your group is good, if your group is good and you respect each other and you have each other's back, they will not leave you. Okay, that's another aspect of it. Like, you got to make sure your group is good, mutual respect, everything. So I always tell everybody around me, let the totem holder know that you're gonna go somewhere. You're gonna go to the bathroom? Great. Like, when someone has a totem, you're so free to move around. As long as you know that this point of the stage is where you're gonna come back to, or you know, like the next meetup spot, great. You're always gonna know where your group is at when you have the totem, and when you communicate your movements to the totem holder. That's important. So that's like for your own group safety with your own people that you show up with. For outside your group, before I say this too, I want to emphasize that it's all about mutual respect and like asking for permission and stuff, right? Let's say you and your group of people show up to the event, no totem, perfectly fine. Like, if you don't want to carry a totem, I get it. Totems, like, by the end of the night, totems, you know, like you might not want to carry a totem. That's perfectly fine. Like, not for you. I get it. But also think of them as resources as well. So let's say you're trying to meet up with your friend group. None of you have a totem and you've all seen it. I know everyone's seen it. The people like being like, where are you? Like, where are you? Where? I can't find you. And this has happened so many times to me where it's happening right in front of me and they're just like, where are you? And I'm just like, dude, like my totem's here. So like, I let them know. So me as an individual, I let that group of people next to me looking for their people like, hey, I'm staying at this stage for this set. Let them know you're with me and look for my totem. So like they'll take a quick picture of the totem and they'll send it to their friend. Like hopefully it goes through, you know, and they let them know like this is where I'm at. Or like if they're on the phone, they're like, look for the SpongeBob or look for this one thing or look for the other, and they find them. So when you don't have a totem, then I do recommend and suggest maybe look around to see if the person near you is willing to help you out by putting their totem in the air, you know? And then when you have the totem and you're helping find somebody, put it in the air, okay? Put it high. Don't like hold it down here. Like, no, we're trying to find somebody, okay? We need it in the air up high, okay? So that's another tip. If you want to be nice and you want to be respectful, you can help out someone else, right? You can help someone else if you're able and willing to. And I do want to say, like, people are not obligated to assist, but it's always great and so helpful to do that. And then also you want to like check in. You want to check in, like be respectful. You want to check in, like if this group of people you found with the totem, they're about to dip to a different stage, let them know like, just go, you know, I'll find someone else. There's a plethora of totems everywhere. Do not take it out on that person that has to go because they have their whole day planned. They prepared for a whole day and it's okay. Like let them go and like go do and then find someone else. So please be respectful of everyone's time and like communicate and ask. And another aspect of communication too is if you are requesting the help or if someone offered the help to you, please let them know that the people you were waiting for are there. There's been situations where I offer to help someone and they find their group and perfect, like they're so happy, they're excited to see each other, but they don't let me know that their group is there, you know? And like, then I'm just like, do I keep holding it up or do I bring it down? Then I have to go and ask them like, hey, like, is this your whole group? So I can like put it down. Cause like I have it up here and I just want to like hold it down here. You know what I'm saying? So like be respectful, please. A lot of this, like a lot of rave safety is mutual respect. If there's no respect, then there's no rave safety, honestly, like, okay. When you're moving from the crowd, a totem is so helpful for safety in the sense that you're never going to lose your group. As long as you have eyes on that totem, which is why I suggest as well to have lights on it. As long as you have eyes on that totem, you're not going to lose your group. So when you're moving through crowds, always have the totem holder in front of you, okay? Wherever it might be. If you're moving to a dense crowd and you're like worming out, the totem holder should always be at the front and they're guiding out the group. Once you get out of like the density and you're like out and about, always keep the totem holder in front of you so you know where you're going. And it makes it easier too because like when you're moving to like a semi-dense crowd, you might still be holding on to people. And we'll talk more about moving through crowds, okay? But you might still be like trying to like hold on to people. But if you are walking from one stage to another, if you have eyes on that totem, then you're more relaxed in the sense like you don't have to be like on that person. You don't have to be like holding hands with your friends if you don't want to, you know, you can like literally just move around more freely because you know wherever that totem is going, you're following it, which is another reason why you should have lights on it so you can keep an eye if needed from like a bit of a distance. Okay, and then finally for totems, once you reach that new stage, like find your spot, retract your totem, like set up shop. So like once you have your home base, then people are free to kind of like get what they need. I will suggest though, if you're planning on going like deeper in the density, it might be better to get whatever you need to get before you get in that density, okay? Like go get your drinks, go to the restroom, like go get what you gotta get before you like dense up in there. You know, like we all know like different performers, different DJs that they're gonna pull a crowd and you kind of already have to be like aware that these people are gonna pull crowds and you're not gonna get out. Like all like the techno DJs, like techno is like popping off hard right now, okay? Like, they always pull a effing crowd, and I would suggest to go do what you gotta do before you go into that crowd. Also, if you're gonna go see a DJ that is very popular and it's gonna pull a crowd, make sure you go find a spot like an hour beforehand, honestly. Like, you need to go like a set or two beforehand, because you're not gonna get into that density, dude. You're not gonna get in. So, you know, try to plan out your time, try to set up shop, try to do all that. Overall, I think as far as totems go, totems are a great resource for crowd safety, group safety, and safety around everybody else. Very important to communicate. Very important.